Hi, my name is Christine An, and my hobby is to play sports. I'm a 7th grader at KIS, and I created this video because in health I've learned about a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to talk about what type of world we're living in and what it has done to our health and lifestyle. And also what I have learned about diet, what I've learned about exercise, and what I want to change about my life to make it a more healthy lifestyle. First, I'm going to talk about what type of world we are living in and what it has done to our health and lifestyle. My first factor is junk food. For example, on the positive side, is convenient for busy people and can be eaten for enjoyment. But it's tasty but unhealthy. On the negative side, too much can cause type 2 diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. Also, it can cause overweight with pressure on joints such as knees. On my personal evidence, it can be eaten when going out with friends and can be eaten when having not enough time but wanting to eat out with the family. But it has too much oil but not enough meat and beans. So it has only fat, not proteins or vitamins that we need for our body. On the positive side, it's also cheaper than slow food, but it makes you gain a lot of weight. My second factor is TV. On the positive side, it provides many entertainment shows and provides a lot of information. But it constantly bombards the audience with perfect body images that also gives information on the best places to go and the best places to eat. On the negative side, it makes us less active. So we just sit and only watch. Also, it promotes fast food. On my personal evidence, on the positive side, it is fun activity for relaxation. Also, the whole family can watch it together and enjoy it. So they will get together. On the negative side, I miss my sports activity because of watching TV shows. So I'm getting more lazier, not going out. And I had to eat on the sofa to watch the show and not to miss it. Also, many advertisements between one program to another, which makes us move our eyes away from the screen. Well, which is kind of good and also bad. My third factor is sports or exercise. On the positive side, it increases in fitness and increases teamwork when playing sports as a team, such as soccer, basketball, volleyball, etc. On the negative side, too much sports can damage the body. Also, it makes you feel really tired. Ball games only improve foot, eye, or hand-eye coordination, which only improves one part that you can. On my personal evidence, on the positive side, I could barely finish the mile run before I had PE class or start to improve myself, but now it's easier since I increased my laps in PE. Also, it provided me with stronger muscles, which helped me run and do other sports activities. On the negative side, it makes me get thirsty easily and makes me have to rest after sports, and I get really tired. But we get tired, but not turn lazy, but we always get healthy after sports. My fourth factor is advertisement. On the positive side, it provides information and gives companies more money. But it can provide false information and give unuseful information. Also, it makes people purchase many unuseful things or important things that they need for their life. On my personal evidence, on the positive side, I advise my parents on buying useful things. Also, my parents shopped when watching ads, so things that they needed but they couldn't find, they could find on the advertisements. But it made me not relax but watch and focus on the advertisements. Also, I spend too much money on buying things that I don't actually need. And I bought video games through the advertisements that I wanted. My last factor is environment. Cleaning streets can decrease the spread of infections, and we can feel better when we clean, after we clean. But But without clean environments, we can catch many diseases. Also, we can feel much worse when dirty. Also, pollution can cause bad health such as cancer. On my personal evidence, I never caught a cold in Shanghai, which was kind of clear around my apartment area. Also, it made me feel better when looking at the blue sky. On the negative side, I caught many diseases in Seoul because it's very polluted where I live. Also, it makes me feel worse when seeing the dirty streets. Like there's trashes everywhere on the benches or in the park, and so on. And my eyes seemed dry in Seoul, but in Shanghai it was fine. Now I will explain the different things that you have. Now I will explain the 3 things that I have learned about diet and supported with my personal evidence. My first factor is anorexia. It mostly affects girls, but boys develop it too. The people who get anorexia hardly eat anything and overexercise. They get dangerously thin and become sick. Anorexia can cause low blood pressure and difficult on concentrating, and causes heart and liver damage. On my personal evidence, I saw many people with anorexia from eating disorder, even though they're already thin enough. It was talked about on many channels about how dangerous it is. My second factor is fat diets. Fat diets are to get thin quickly. It is very dangerous to health, and it only allows to eat one type of food. It is also boring, and it gives you only like a little bit of nutrients. On my personal evidence, I read educational comics on having a one-food diet and becoming more fatter by regaining the weight that they lost before, and they get fatter even more after the diet. My last factor is nutritional information labels. Reduced fat doesn't necessarily mean that the food is in low fat. Less than 5 grams of sugar, 3 grams of fat, 120 milligrams of sodium per 100 grams is responsibly healthy. On my personal evidence, I always checked the nutritional information labels since I was bored, but didn't know which one was enough and which weren't. Lastly, I will explain 3 different things that I have learned about exercise and support it with my personal evidence. Firstly, I'll talk about anaerobic and aerobic. Anaerobic are those which use a short burst of explosive effort, such as tennis serves, sprints, and weightlifting. Aerobic is those which can be done over long periods of time, such as swimming, walking, and jogging. On my personal evidence, I play soccer, taekwondo, floor hockey, and basketball. Soccer, taekwondo, floor hockey, and basketball are both anaerobic and aerobic because they use a short burst of energy, a short burst of explosive effort, and it can also be done over a long period of time. Secondly, I'll talk about the benefits of exercise. Lungs take in more air and more oxygen after exercise, and also it improves the muscle tone and makes you sleep better and increase strength and stamina. The heart and muscles become larger and stronger and fitter. On my personal evidence, since we ran the mile run about almost every PE class, my stamina has improved and I can run longer distances now. Lastly, I'll talk about fitness. Fitness is describing how easily we can do a physical activity and how quickly the body recovers afterwards. The pulse rate indicates how fit you are. My pulse rate was 18 times 4, which is 72 BPM. It's beats per minute. I found out that I have to improve my sleeping because I only sleep about 5 hours at maximum, I think, every day. So I should improve my sleep to balance my health, balance everything such as diet, exercise, sleep, and relaxation in terms of a healthy lifestyle.